You won't be needing your sunglasses because I'm about to throw some shade. Let's talk about my really awful roommate. So when I did the Disney College program, when I first got there, I was fortunate enough to be able to choose my roommates. So I lived with people that I had pre-selected and we got along fine and it was great. When I extended my program and all my other roommates moved back home, I was the only one left. So I just got a little risky and I went random, which means that they just selected roommates for me and I had no say in it. It was kind of wild. So in my Disney apartment, there were 6 people total. Me, Becca, Paige, Brianna, Megan, and a 6th that we never talk about. And there's a reason that we never talk about this person. I feel like I should just talk about it today. I should just go ahead and get it all out there. I thought I'd just let you know why this person was actually the worst. Let's get started. Let's just call her Anna. Her name was Anna. Anna was the last person to move into our apartment. So we had 2 bedrooms. In one bedroom, it was Brianna, Megan, and Becca. And then in my lovely room, it was me, Paige, and Anna. She was like sketchy from the beginning. We just got a really weird vibe from Anna to begin with. I should also say that I'm absolutely obsessed with my other 4 roommates I had. It wasn't like because they were random, I didn't like any of them. Like, I loved them. We are very good friends. We're still good friends today. In fact, I texted them last night and I was like, hey guys, I'm gonna film this video. Give me reasons why Anna was the absolute worst, and I have a whole list. So we all feel pretty passionate about this topic. I know like some people might be like, oh Shelby, this is kind of mean. Like, aren't you afraid she'll find this video? I mean, I don't think she'll find this video. I really don't have any contact with her, and if she does find it, she should know she was a really bad roommate. So honestly, like, I'm sorry, like, it needs to be said. Okay, so the first absolute worst thing that she did that, like, it killed me and Paige because we lived in the same room as her. She had this long, thick hair and it was black and it got everywhere, absolutely everywhere, which is fine. Like, my hair sheds, but it was just like disgusting. There were so many times where the shower drain would get clogged because of her hair, and guess who had to clean it out? You would find it like in your clothes. I literally just found some of her hair yesterday. I'm not lying. I have a picture. If you don't want to see hair in a shower, close your eyes. But this is an actual picture from our shower drain. Disgusting. Okay, you can look again. It's gone. Yeah, that was like just one thing that was awful. Like, she was just a disgusting roommate to have, which, like, we all have bad habits, but it was pretty gross. Another thing that Anna did was she would regularly bring home a to-go box of like breakfast food, like pancakes or waffles, and put them in the pantry instead of the refrigerator, and she would just leave it there, and it would just sit there forever. Like, she would never come back to it, and it would start to smell really bad, and we just started like throwing them away because we were like, she's not gonna eat them again. She also liked to bring like dishes into our bedroom and like leave them in there and leave trash, and there were always like crumbs everywhere, and it was like just a filthy bedroom. Like, my side was good. Poor Paige, bless her soul, had to share bunk bed with her. Anna liked to do this thing where she listened to music at night without headphones, like just off of her phone or computer. It wasn't just like a variety of songs, it was always just like one song on repeat, and like clearly like me and Paige were sleeping and like she would just play music. How are you doing that when you know that there's 2 other people in the same room as you? Like, us being the non-confrontational people we are, did we ever say anything to her? No. She would also do the same thing whenever she was in the shower. Just play like the Mannequin Challenge song on repeat in the shower, and we were just like, whatever, I'm just getting started, you guys. I'm just getting started. She had such heavy footsteps. It was just like, girl, you can't do that if you live on the 2nd floor. She literally didn't know any of our names, which is like, whatever, you don't have to be friends with your roommates, that's fine, like, I get that, but like, months into living with her, still didn't know our names. One time, she brought this person over, one of many people she just brought over. She's brought over a lot of random people. She brought over this person. We were all in the living room and walks in with this person and goes, "These are my roommates." Like, very clearly just like didn't know who we were. Whatever, it's like, we all know your name, so don't know our name, that's cool. She also just like made no attempt to like talk to us, which was just kind of like weird. Like not even small talk, not just like a hi. Like, she would walk in and Megan, being the sweetheart that she is, like she does for all of us, she would be like, "Hey dude, how was your day?" And then she just like wouldn't answer her. She would just like walk past and go into the room. Now for some fun story times about this child. This one time I got woken up at like 7 or 8 a.m. by this homegirl's cell phone alarm blaring, and it woke me up. Somehow, I'm a very heavy sleeper, but this thing woke me up. I should also say her top bunk, she like draped a black blanket like over the edge so we could never see her. So like that just know that. I wake up and this girl's alarm's going off and I couldn't go back to sleep, and I was just like, okay, whatever. Like, it was repeat, repeat, repeat. It wouldn't stop. So I was like, whatever, I'm awake for the day, it's fine. And I took a Snapchat of it. Actually, I have it right here. Yep. So then I went to the living room and I was like doing whatever, watching TV or something, and then like 2 hours later her alarm is still going off, and I was like, should I like go in and like make sure she's like awake? Like, maybe she like just is not hearing it. Maybe she's like actually dead, I don't know. I like went back in. Here's another Snapchat. And I like couldn't see because of her stupid blanket she had draped over the bed. Like, I'm just gonna see like what's going on. So I like look up to the top bunk and she's not even there. Like, her cell phone was sitting on her bed and this stupid alarm was going off. It was the song Milk Carton by Usher. I've never heard that song in my life until that day, and I will never listen to it ever again. I turned it off and I was like, first of all, why is her phone here and she's not here? Like, what's happening? This is really sketchy. So yeah, it turns out this girl has 2 cell phones, which I think is like a normal thing for international college program students. I don't really know. Sometimes in our group chat someone will just send that song and like it's over. Okay, what's another good story? Oh, okay, this is a personal favorite. One night in Murder Apartment. That's the name of my apartment. If you don't know, Murder Apartment's what we call ourselves. One night we were all just like sitting in the living room. So it was probably like midnight. And we were like, oh yeah, we're like gonna go to bed in a second, it's fine. And then Anna comes home and she has this guy with her. She's like, oh, this is this person, and just goes into the room that me and Paige share with her. And then we hear her lock the freaking bedroom door that she shares with me and Paige. You can't lock a door that you share with someone. And we were like, okay, maybe they'll just be in there for like a few minutes, whatever. Like, we're the worst. We're so non-confrontational. Like, if we were anybody else, you guys are probably like, you guys should have just said something. No, we were like genuinely like afraid to talk to her because she was an alien. So then like freaking what, like 2 hours go by, I think, like 2 hours that they were in there or something. And I remember we like, to be annoying, we turned on, because we're children, we turned on Frozen and like turned the volume up so loud, and we were like singing the songs. And I think Becca was like trying to sleep. I feel so bad for her still, but like, I don't know, we were just trying to be funny or something, I don't know. It just made me so mad because she like didn't know when me and Paige had to go to sleep, because like what if we had to get up early, which I think we did. And just like have some consideration for your roommates that you live with, and ask them if it's okay if you bring a friend over and go into your room for 2 hours and lock the door where someone can't get in. And it just like made us really angry. That's the time for me. I already like didn't like her, but that's the time for me where I was just like, are you kidding me? Like, you're actually a horrible human. I don't know if you guys are familiar with this, but there was a hurricane last year in Orlando, and it was a huge deal. Disney World got closed for a day, which doesn't happen. So we were in our apartment as always. The actual story is kind of like a blur to me. Honestly, my roommates are probably watching this right now and they're like, Shelby, how do you not remember this? This is like the craziest thing that happened. Anna went missing, and I don't remember how we found out. I think that her friends came to our apartment. They found our apartment and they were like, we don't know where she is, like she's missing. And we were like, we don't know where she is, we don't talk to her. I've said this before, Megan is a perfect little angel, and Megan was like, we have to go save her, we have to go find her. And then Brianna like went with her, and we were like, what's happening? And we like, it was me and Becca in the apartment. Paige was stranded in Caribbean Beach Resort. That's a whole different story. So me and Becca were like just sitting and like texting them, and we were like, what's happening? Anna was with this guy who had her in an apartment and like wouldn't let her leave, and she didn't know where she was. This girl's just stupid. Like, it was literally in the middle of a hurricane and she had no concept of that, I guess. I think that they found her eventually and it got all sorted out, but in the freaking middle of a hurricane, like, this happened. Anyway, now for the last story. This is the best day of my whole life, and I'll tell you why. This was about 2 weeks before our Disney College program ended, and I was at work, and I remember getting the best text of my whole entire life, and it said, Anna got termed. And if you don't know, if you're not familiar, if you work at Disney, you can get termed, which means you get fired, and it's really bad. So this is how my roommate got termed. This homegirl went to work one day, this day, the best day of my life. Somehow she didn't have her work shoes. But then, so she like clocked in, and then she went back to the apartment to get her shoes. This homegirl got termed on the spot when she got back, because you can't leave work on the clock. I guess she came back to her apartment and was like, hey guys, I got termed. And then they texted me and told me, and I almost cried. That meant no more hair, no more garbage, no more dishes, no more food in the pantry, no more any of the horrible things that have been happening in our past couple of months are over. I feel so mean, and like, if this sounds mean, I'm not like trying to be mean. Like, I promise you it was like a bad situation. So for her to be leaving, it like, ugh, it was the best day ever. When she left, it was magical. Me and Paige just had that room to ourselves. It wasn't messy anymore. No more loud music at night. No more mannequin challenge song in the shower. It was amazing. And we lived peacefully the last 2 weeks of our program, and it was incredible. So in conclusion, don't be afraid to go random for your Disney roommates, because I got 4 best friends out of it. It was just one bad egg versus 4 perfect eggs, and it's gonna happen. Like, I've heard horror stories. This was my horror story. Don't let it scare you, because it's not always gonna be bad. It's not always gonna be good, but it's not always gonna be bad. And most people at Disney are magical and amazing, and you're gonna be best friends with them for the rest of your life. There's just some people who you're not gonna be best friends with, and that's, I mean, that's just normal. I hope you guys enjoyed this story. I have been asked several times to make a video about this story. This is probably going to be the shadiest video on my channel. I don't like to be negative towards Disney or my program or anything that has happened. I like to be super positive about everything, because I had a positive experience. But this is just my one bad thing that happened during my program. It doesn't mean I had a horrible time. I had the actual best time of my whole entire life on my Disney College program. despite this thing that happened. If anything, we just like make fun of all of this now. Like, it's just funny to talk about. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed the actual shadiest video I've ever made. You guys are amazing. Thank you so much for watching. Have a magical day, and I will see you real soon. Bye!